Hi, welcome to Vola TV. I'm Barry Wright, Deputy Head Teacher at Vale Leven Academy, and I'm delighted today to be joined by Jill Timney, who's working with our PE department just now on a really exciting initiative. How are you, Jill?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Very good, thank you. So tomorrow, Friday, we've got Active Girls Day.
Yeah, so we're running an event for Active Girls Day. It's a kind of Sports Scotland event that we celebrate every year. It gets celebrated nationally, so we're celebrating it within the Vale tomorrow for our S1 test free pupils.
Great, okay, so why do girls need an Active Girls Day? What's that about?
So it's about celebrating all the amazing things that girls and women that they do in sport. It's also kind of a real benefit on improving their mental health and well-being, so linking that PE has a real link to improving how they're feeling, and also just because the dropout rate in girls in sports is much lower than boys, so it's about trying to make sure they're involved in a wide range of different sports.
Great, that sounds absolutely terrific. So really the message there is that girls can do any of the sports that boys can do.
Most
it's about encouraging them to do it. Brilliant. So who's involved in this?
So there's some staff in the PE department, so I'll be involved, Miss Sutherland, Miss Todd, we've got Miss Gardner helping out, and we've also got our sports leaders, and we've got some other senior pupils in the school who'll be supporting running the event.
Oh wow, okay. You're a gymnast, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a
We've
gymnast.
got Miss Todd and Miss Sutherland, who are both dancers.
Yeah.
Miss Gardner's a footballer?
Yeah, football.
Great, okay. So loads of different things.
Yeah, and we've got some
expertise
seniors that are involved in fitness and stuff, so they're going to be doing some work with the pupils on that.
Brilliant. Finally, how many students are going to be involved?
So we've got 180 students signed up to take part tomorrow across the kind of 3 year groups.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us and telling us
That's all right,
this. Thank you. I'm joined now by Mr. Boyle, our head teacher. Welcome, Matthew.
Nice to see you again, Barry. How are you?
I'm very well. That was a really great piece by Jill Timney about Active Girls.
Absolutely fantastic, yeah. And we apologise that we've not had a Vola TV for a couple of weeks. It's just been a very busy few weeks, and we try and do them as regularly as we can, and we'll get back on track soon, so thanks for your patience.
Yeah, and it links in quite nicely to an email that went out to all of our parents this week about extracurricular activities.
Yes, one of the lovely things that we've been doing recently is just taking stock of where we are. We're very careful about extracurricular activities. COVID safety is still very much on our mind, but we have a number of teachers who are taking the two things seriously. Number one, COVID safety. Number two, great experiences here at Vale Leven Academy for our students. So the programme, I believe, has been emailed to parents, or it's on social media, I must check that. But we get fitness clubs, gymnastics, tabletop games, LGBTQ support group. We get the Creative Coding Club, which is a funded club. There's great equipment going there, particularly targeting girls, although I think all are welcome. Science club, I'm not going through them all, but we've also got peer mentoring activities as well, and supported study activities. So there's a really full programme of risk assessed, properly distanced and carefully thought out activities. So if young people are expressing a desire to get involved in a little bit more of school life that will stretch them and give them other perspectives or other ideas, there's plenty on offer.
Brilliant. And that has definitely been emailed out in group calls, so you should have that. But if you don't, get in touch with our school office and we'll get that out to you. Now, you know that we like to talk about attendance. We're really passionate about getting young people into school, working hard and learning, and we've got some good news about attendance. We've seen some green shoots of progress.
Absolutely fantastic news. The whole country has suffered lower attendance after the last lockdown, but as we're beginning to put a little bit of distance behind us, and please, we're not complacent yet, we're hopeful and optimistic that we're going to have a full year in school again. That's very much what we want. People are beginning to realise that normality of some kind has to come back, and so our attendance has been creeping up. In fact, this week alone we've seen about a 2% increase in attendance between Monday and today. Now I know that's a short time scale, but it's indicative of where we are. We're still working towards that target of getting towards national average and then beyond. We're splitting that into two steps, and by the end of this week so far we're sitting around 89%.
Yeah, we're just still shy of that 90%, which we're really keen to get to. But I think what it says is that that the vast majority of our kids are coming into school every day. So please make sure that if it's at all possible that you can be here, that you're coming into school. And the other part of that is getting into school in time. And you know that we've made a song and dance. No apologies for saying that. A real big deal out of getting into school in time. And we're delighted with the direction that lates are going in. Attendance is going up, and late coming going the other direction.
Absolutely. As always, we have no wish to cause anyone any hassle, but like any school, we have to keep an eye on the situation, and we were beginning to notice that lates were a real problem. And the reason lates are a problem is that because we've now split our lunches in the school to make sure that our young people aren't starving by the time they get their second lunch sitting, we relocated morning registration. It's been a difficult decision, but the consequence of it is that when you come to school at 10 to 9, for the first period, there is no buffer registration anymore. So if you're sauntering in 7 or 8 or even more minutes late, that's really disruptive to a teacher in a subject who's maybe prepared a really great lesson, and they've got 2, maybe 3 people on average in every class who are kind of rocking in 5 or 6 minutes late, or 10 or worse, and it means the teacher has to stop again and say, there's the work for you, and the flow is ruined, and oh no, you missed that bit, let me explain that to you again. We need our students to be in here for 10 to 9, and actually we've got a piece of advice on that. Aim to be in at 9:15.
Yeah.
Because actually 10 to 9 is the moment that the bell goes and we expect young people to walk to their classes. That's a 1 minute exercise. So if they're in school and chatting to their pals and ready to start their day for 9:15, I think that would probably be easier for everyone, less stressful for our learners. And the news in terms of data about it this week, because we have really pushed this hard.
Yeah, we've cut the number of lates in half.
Yeah.
It's terrific. It's really good seeing. I think, like you say, Matthew, it's not just really about that bit about being 5 minutes late and these things happen. It's the massive disruption it causes the other 26 young people in the class and the teacher who's leading that class. So it's it might not feel like a big problem, you're running a few minutes late, these things happen, but it's the disruption it causes everyone else. So we'd really ask you to make sure that you get young people into school as quickly as you possibly can in the morning, but certainly 9:15 seems like a good time to give them time if they need to go to the bathroom, get to class and be prepared for the day ahead.
And to finish that on a positive, 1,000 of our students, in terms of our school roll, are coming on time now.
That's right, yeah.
And we still have, just slightly fewer than 50 who are regularly coming late, and we're working hard on that. And again, can I make the same plea we did the last time? Please don't be annoyed at us if we're sending you a message saying, we're just giving you the information that your student's late. Talk to them for us, have a chat and see if we can get it sorted out, because we really need that period 1 lesson to be a fabulous lesson, because it's all about students learning. That's how we're going to get them passes.
And talking about learning, you'll have got an email from me in the last couple of days about interim assessments, and we've got really pleased that we've got a full diet of interim assessments for S4, S5 and S6 students starting on the 6th of December this year, running for a fortnight through to Friday the 17th of December. So if you can make sure, if you've got a child at home in S4, S5 or S6, can you please give them a really good nag over the next few days, because we want to make sure that they're as prepared for these assessments as they can possibly be. And it's an opportunity. I always try to explain to classes that assessments are an opportunity not to be caught out, but to show how good you are and to show all the things that you've learned during the course of the year. So great opportunity.
And where could our parents out there and our families get an example of 2 people that nag?
I've no idea. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
Yeah, and another lovely thing in the school today, we had I think it was just shy of 20 of our students in the assembly hall, and we're really grateful to the Army who have come in to help us by sharing some of their skills delivering team building sessions. So really nice event where we've gone in and we've watched young people engage in some really cool activities that they seem to have enjoyed.
Yeah, and 2 of our staff members have thoroughly enjoyed, being part of those activities and seeing what's going on, and picking up some ideas and techniques that we can use for team building with students. So that's been fun, and we're very grateful for the input. It's been good.
Yeah. Well, that's all we've time for this week. Thank you again for joining us, and thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Barry. See you next time.
See you next time.